Rest in peace, Mr. Mooney.
I shot the bitch in her face. I told her not to come to the door, and she came to that goddamn door, and I just let that thing fly.
Limp-wristed.
Killing me. Airbnb, fellas. Yeah. What's happening?
Oh, my God. So, Airbnb proposed that they house 20,000 Afghan refugees in their rentals.
Okay, so how does this work?
It works like this is America, and we don't give a fuck about a problem unless we can make some money off of it. So business comes up with solutions in America, so here we go. Nobody wanted a fucking refugee. Nobody wanted a dark complected refugee in America, and especially from that region. But now we have a multi-billion-dollar corporation saying, "Oh yeah, we'll figure it out."
Now, isn't that through other people's houses? Airbnb is just a company, right? And they have a system that people are allowed to, use their system to run out their homes, right? So it's not like it's their houses.
I mean, but they're doing the booking. They're doing the booking. So if you put up your house for Airbnb, like, somebody books your shit online. Gotcha. If they're just throwing whoever's in there, or I don't even know if they'd even tell the homeowner, but that even if they did, what's the big deal? Somebody comes in and cleans it like a hotel, and but they're damn.
I remember when Airbnb first had launched that they were getting complaints. This one black lady rented. Went through Airbnb and she was denied once the owner found out she was a woman of color. And then she had her homegirl rent the same room and it was all good. And that's how the lawsuit came about. You know what I mean? Because first it was canceled saying that it was already booked, and then her friend went and signed up for it and she got it. She's like, just for giggles, I just want to see. I don't want to pull the race card and see what's going on with this, but that's what happened. So that's why I was like, how does that play out when the owners find out, there's a refugee in their damn home?
I can understand if you're a white man not wanting to rent to a black woman, like every time you come home, you get in the tub and you slip in some fucking baby oil. It's hard to get the smell of perch and sulfate out your house. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? Like
cocoa butter everywhere.
Yeah. There's some black shit that you don't want to deal with,
Every race has their own jam, man.
Right. This is just how this shows you how they bend over backwards for other motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm gonna go back to Katrina. They called American citizens refugees.
Yes, sir.
And didn't want to help them motherfuckers with anything.
Yeah.
FEMA gave them campers that was all fucked up and had mold and shit in it.
Yeah, formaldehyde. Right. They had to smell from that glue. Yeah,
absolutely. Mm-hmm. They gave them little money cards and shit with just enough money to where some of the girls had to go out and buy clothes so they can go out and sell ass because they just didn't have enough. They left black folks out there to fucking die. We still don't know what happened to all those fucking prisoners. Okay, we just saw here last year how when this whole pandemic shit broke out. Now black folks is like, hey, we need some protection from this. We need some rights. They came out with a whole motherfucking hotline up here and hate crimes for Asians in about a month. All of these other countries are pulling out of Afghanistan. But this fucking president is like, yeah, you know what? We still going to hold to our date. Never mind the fact that 13 U.S. soldiers have been killed and 170 other people. We're going to stay here instead of putting our motherfucking troops on the back of that C-130 or C-1 whatever. And, no, because we got to get all of these motherfuckers over here. Fuck that. Leave them over there. Leave them over here. You just inviting a fucking terrorist cell over here. That's what you're doing. Now, there was a guy here from here. He has a citizenship. He went back to go visit his father. He's worried about his family. I understand that. But at the same time, all of these fucking people can't come. I'm not saying it's all of them. But what is it? How many? It's 20,000 people. If you sneak in 5, you got a problem. Because what's to say that they're not gonna go? What's the word I'm looking for?
You talking about going rogue?
No. Where you get you bring other people in. Shit. I can't think of the word right now. Huh?
Recruit?
Not recruit. It's a word that they
recruit.
use.
It's oh damn it all.
Radicalize.
Okay.
Radicalize. What's to say that 5 motherfuckers don't get in here and go radicalize some of these motherfuckers? What's to say 5 of these Taliban motherfuckers don't get in here and they radicalize some of these impressionable young American Caucasian men who keep finding out, switch sides and join the Taliban. You got motherfuckers leaving from Colorado and shit like that, going over to the Middle East and joining the Taliban. This is bullshit, man. These are another group of people that we're gonna have to contend with. We got motherfuckers. It's motherfuckers sleeping on the side of the road up here, but you're gonna put 20,000 motherfucking people in an Airbnb.
Well, what about Haiti?
Oh man, they treat Haiti like it's the scum of the earth. And you heard what the last president said. He called it a shithole country.
Shithole. I'm just saying, as far as how we react to helping folks or whatever. They just went through another natural disaster. Earthquake and everything else. Hurricanes, everything, and now nothing.
In all fairness to the last president, he wouldn't have let these motherfuckers over here. He put a ban on 7 of them countries, and they were saying, oh, it's wrong, it's racist and all this shit. Man, 13 of our troops just died. And you going to leave however many other troops just sitting over there at that airfield so these motherfuckers could get another chance to kill some more?
We got, 2 days for the deadline?
Man, come on. A lot can happen in 30 minutes.
Yeah. They just, they heard that bomb go off and thought it was another attack. It was a drone attack.
See?
And again, it's one of those, you don't know what they're doing over there. You dropping these damn bombs from a drone, and nobody has nobody's on the ground to be able to tell you exactly who the hell they hit.
No.
They say it was a cell, but how do you know?
Well, you have forward observers for that. Okay, so you get a forward observer. He'll go out. Okay, he'll locate the enemy. He'll send coordinates back. Let's say for mortars, he'll send coordinates. It pretty much all works the same way. Send coordinates back. We do our math, whatever. We send rounds downrange at those coordinates or whatever. Same with field artillery. They do the same with motherfuckers when they lays targets and all that. It's about coordinates and all of that type of shit. But still, get them the fuck out of there. Why don't you just send them? If you're going to send them home, send them home. You got it up plastered all over the news that 13 people died. So, a young man from up here, he passed away in that shit. People don't understand that you can look at any movie you want to and it's not as bad. The depiction is not as bad as what really happens over there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I said it the last show. We are not fighting. When you go to the Middle East, right? You're not fighting a traditional army. You're not fighting a traditional army. You're fighting the fucking country itself. You're fighting everybody that's neighbors. They don't need training. Look, man, the motherfuckers wouldn't fight for themselves. So I wouldn't take their people. I can see if the Afghani army was over there fighting the soldiers that were trained. I can see if they were fighting. They put their weapons down and said, fuck it. So I would say, fuck them people. I could be wrong on this, but hell no. Okay. I know first, fuck that.
There's a lot that goes on in those countries. And, you saw 2 different sides of Iraq. I was there after the war, working for the government of Iraq, I was there, at the end of the war, but you were there in the beginning. So, the second half of my contract was dealing with, Iraqi nationals.
Mm-hmm.
We were setting up a military base and we were doing their training. So, a lot of things that I realized, by working directly with, a country we were just previously at war with was that, number one, we destroyed all their infrastructure on day one. Mm-hmm. So I was working with grown men who had never been to school. So when you try and turn a guy like that into a soldier, you know, these guys didn't have running water. They didn't have electricity. They didn't have fucking schooling, you know, nowhere to work during the whole occupation. You can't turn those people into soldiers. There's no work ethic there. Because a lot of times they haven't been exposed to structure because of the things that they saw during the war. The other thing that I noticed, working with the Iraqi soldiers was that, they were just like us. Everybody was just trying to get a paycheck to feed their family. That's it. We do a lot of propaganda when it comes to war. First thing is we call them extremists, you know, the religious extremists. So, you know, they're absolutely nuts. Statistically, Americans are the most religious people on the fucking planet. We make these people seem less than human. And it's just designed like that so we can send people over to shoot other people that they don't know.
Yep.
But a lot of things that we know about Afghani people is all propaganda fed to us by the news, along with the Iraqi people. A lot of that's just fucking propaganda fed to us by the news. When we saw the planes take off from Afghanistan with people holding onto the fucking wings, I knew what those people were going through because just before I left Iraq, the base next to ours was taken by terrorists. What's it called? I can't think of it. I've been smoking. But everybody that we worked with was lined up, shot in the back of the head, and placed into a shallow grave. So that's why you see people hanging on fucking airplanes. And then when we talk about these people being terrorists, they're defending their own homeland. I mean, we would do the same thing if we were in their situation. If we had an occupying army here, we would be making bombs and doing all kind of fucking guerrilla tactics to get these motherfuckers out of our fucking country. And yet, granted, you know, we were on the wrong side of that, but you got to understand the perspective there. So I don't think everybody that's going to come here as a refugee, 1 in 5 is going to be a terrorist, radicalizing and making terrorist cells and all that shit. I mean, most of that is all fucking propaganda. It just is. Anytime we look at all of these terrorist cells in the world, what do we see behind it? US dollars. So these people are usually normal people, and they're fleeing being executed by the Taliban. They're just like you and I, except they haven't experienced the last 20 years because we bombed their infrastructure on day one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are going to be a lot of people that feels a certain kind of way about the U.S. government because of what they've experienced over the last 20 years. That's going to happen. But we can't just turn people away that are in need. And then we can't turn them away when people are in need just because of how Black people in America have been treated our entire lives. By saying no to the right thing just because you were wronged isn't a real good way to view the world. You know,
respectfully, Cuddy, respectfully, bull fucking shit.
Okay.
Bullshit. First of all, listen, I ain't say that I agree with the reasons we over there. We shouldn't be over there. You're absolutely right. We did create the problems we have over there. So you have a bunch of people that's harboring a deep fucking hatred. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't say that these motherfuckers had to be super soldiers or they had to be soldiers. I said they weren't a traditional army. That's the everyday citizen over there.
Oh yeah.
So the everyday citizen can pick up arms and fight the motherfuckers back. That's their country. We have a country over here. I'm saying we created a problem, right? We created a problem, but let's not bring the problem home. Second of all, hell the fuck yeah, you can't say if our people are being treated a certain way. Because if you ever notice it, people get over here, they adopt a certain mindset about us. People that don't even have any fucking thing to do with us except for to come in our neighborhoods and sell us old shit, expired shit. They come in to handle their business transactions, make their money, and then they run back to the other side. You goddamn right you can say no. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. I agree with you. We shouldn't be over there. I agree it is propaganda. And anybody would fight to protect their property. I felt bad as hell being over there. Because I'm like, damn, this, hey, man, look at the kids. All this shit going on, soldiers, armored vehicles, and all of this going on around them. You know what? This is fucked up. It's a fucked up feeling. A lot of us felt that way. Okay? But at the same time, we can't just say, oh, it's the American government. The government played a part in this shit too.
Yeah, Tank made that. Tank made that point. Yeah, Tank made that point as far as we created it. No.
I'm saying I agree with him. I'm not. I don't want to be so bold and to say I want to act like America, team America.
No. I would do. No. A lot of the things I said was kind of just a way of a lot of people's thought in the world, not yours. I was just speaking to how a lot of people think, not just your viewpoints.
Right. And I say all this, I trust me. This is just me talking. I'm saying everything I'm saying respectfully. I would never disrespect you. I'm just saying this, man.
I never take it that way.
You see a lot of groups come over here, man. And
they adopt
they start
that hatred of others. Like, as long as you ain't hating on me, you know what I mean? Right. We could team up and hate on,
You ever see that fucking bully that's wearing out a person and that other motherfucker on the side, he's scared than the motherfucker, but he going along with the bully to keep the bully off of him? That's what all these other a lot of and listen, I'm not saying every person, because I take people on an individual basis, but I'm gonna say that's what a lot of these other cultures do. Because if you get a few of them to a side, they start telling you how they people feel. It's like George Lopez. Remember George Lopez did the interview because they was trying to call him out because he was in a comedy special. He was making a joke, and he says his abuela or somebody like that, they told him to stay away from black people. And everybody didn't even hear the rest of the joke. They just heard what he was saying. And he was saying, it's true. We are told that. Okay? I met a motherfucking girl from Ethiopia. I asked her a quick question, like, what's the deal? Usually every African I meet, I ask them this. And you'll be surprised how similar it is, no matter where they come from, what they say. She was just like, they tell us to stay away from y'all.
Yep.
They show us nothing but negative images. Now, when we get over here and we meet you, okay, but then you wonder why they talk fucking crazy to you. What I'm saying is, these people ain't no different. You go up in their stores and you for whatever reason, let's say you go to buy a pack of squares and they following you like you gonna steal some shit.
But again,
our people don't need no more of that shit, man.
Go ahead, brother. But it's like you said, and you started your statement, it's case by case. And that's what we're gonna have to do. We have to take the time, man. Case by case. We can't just generalize and be like all of them. Case by case. Everybody's an individual, and we're gonna have to deal with it that way. But I feel your pain on the urgency and how quickly all this came together, and it wasn't organic. This whole Airbnb thing or whatever, and like Tank said, man, they gonna take every opportunity to make a dollar.
And I think I don't know if it was us talking. I don't know if it was us speaking or somebody. No, just my father-in-law. And every time we ask for something or we say we need something, these motherfuckers ain't never got enough for us. Or we got to have bipartisanship. This wasn't fucking bipartisanship.
By no means. It was a done deal.
I just say, man, I'll bring look, man, I hear you guys. Old Painless ain't on it. Fuck that. No. You stay in your own shit.
I got you. All right, man. We spent way too much time on fucking Airbnb.
Absolutely. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's lighten this up, something, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Hope Payless had to double back twice. And another thing.
Yeah. One more goddamn thing.